one of the three options, Shannon. I say we prefer Skype, but we have other things that you can use too. And I say we prefer Skype because that's what we use all the time. I don't prefer
so you're
Skype.
Mike of all trades and all platforms. But you're just a facilitator.
But it's what we have. We have Skype.
Gotcha.
Whatever, guys. Whatever.
And here we are.
Whatever.
Brilliant.
Somebody sent it to us, Travis. I think that they wanted our unique perspective on it.
My unique perspective is I'm not interested in having a discussion about the fucking Baldo.
But they insisted.
You guys feel free to talk it out, but
they insisted.
Our product is real.
It's a real thing, Travis.
Doesn't Baldo
such a
sound
shitty product?
like a product from the movie Idiocracy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wfod. My name is Mike. I am joined by the king of pranks, the albino alligator, popcorn bitch, the Duke of Denim, the man of spice, Mr. Travis Hulse, everyone. Travis Hulse is here.
Hey, in a rare daylight appearance.
And guys, special guest this week from the Not Safe for Water Coolers podcast, our good friend Shannon Lake is here. Hello, Shannon.
Good morning, gentlemen.
The phone number to contact the show is 636-487-HAND or WFOD show on Skype. Travis, I believe after the break we are going to be talking to stand-up comedian Katie Hannigan. She has a new album out now. It's on Spotify. It's on all the things that you get albums on. It's called Feeling of Emptiness. Looking forward to that.
Oh, I like that title. That's right up my alley.
Travis, Jody shared a thing on Twitter the other day that you could sign up and be a affiliate for Baldo, and I filled it out. We have a sponsorship with Baldo now, Travis. The Ball Dildo.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Travis. You go to wfodshow.com/Baldo. And they have a little cartoon testicle man. You can click on the cartoon testicle man, and it'll take you to the Baldo website, where I think you get a discount or something. I don't know. I just thought it was funny because you were mad. It's like $65. It's pretty expensive, but maybe with the WFOD discount code, it's more in your price range to try out. You like
who's? Even if it was $10, like who is clamoring to shove their testicles in a tube?
Hey, Travis, the reviews say that
penis substitute.
The ballgasm that you get from jamming your balls in a lady, it can't be beat, Travis.
There's no such thing.
What the hell?
Aren't you tired of just sticking your penis in a gal, Travis? Don't you want something more?
I'm almost 42 years old. There is no such thing as a ballgasm.
A ballgasm, Travis. A ballgasm. They're
like I understand that there's lots of nerve endings and feeling points or whatever in the scrotum area. That's fine and good. But the last thing I've ever wanted was somebody to compress my testicles in a tube
I have
and
never
shove them
wanted
in and out of
balls
something.
less in my life than right fucking now.
Travis,
They're
You know,
awful.
everyone says like you got to have a big pair of balls to do this or that and everything like that. I was like, balls sound great until this fucking conversation
Yeah,
transpired.
you don't
What
want
the
balls.
fuck, you
There's
guys? No, I don't.
they're
I'm
useless. The testicles are a useless item.
not anymore,
That's
Travis.
nothing
Not
you-
with the power of the Baldo, our new sponsor.
So what you're saying is it takes a completely useless thing that you have and puts use to it, like kind of like an English degree or an art degree.
Travis, on their
Philosophy
merch store,
major.
they have merch. They have their little cartoon testicle man. Their smiling cartoon testicle man. His name's Chuck, and you can buy like a T-shirt with a little smiling testicle. I think he has arms.
Who's
too.
doing that?
Who's buying a testicle
fucking
shirt?
doing that,
A
Michael.
real piece of shit, Travis. But hopefully someone listens to us, I guess, because like we'll get a cut.
That's like people walking, like if they were walking around with an AdamandEve.com T-shirt. You know what I mean? Like who's walking around just blazing their weird sexual perverseness
Rep
in
the
public?
brand. Let's go.
Travis, this
Like,
is
I
a
mean, seriously,
terrible ad.
AdamandEve.com/WFOD get free five free gifts.
I thought like we could do like a good
Oh.
pre-roll about our new sponsorship.
hate
Although
this.
I'm so sorry, Travi.
Like I'm not even. It's daytime, so I'm like drinking a Gatorade. Like I'm not intoxicated enough to even think about this stupid item.
Get good.
Travis, many years ago, I thought of this story the other day. I don't know if I've ever told you this story. But many years ago, I was a property manager at a storage place, and basically you
I'm
live
familiar.
in an apartment above the storage place, and on your days off, there was people that would show up and work in the office while you had a day off. And so, like, if you were one of the roaming people, like you had like 2 or 3 stores that you went to and just worked on the person who lived upstairs days off. And there was this really big fat guy that worked at some of the stores, and every time you would come in after the really big fat guy worked, he had gotten poop all over the toilet seat. And so he came to my store, and like the first time I came in and there was poop all over the toilet seat, I was like, you know, but then like it happened like 3 or 4 times, and I was like, time. And so eventually I said something to my boss, because I didn't think it was really my place to be like, hey man, quit pooping on the toilet seat. And what she said, Travis, is, oh man, you got to start talking to me about the poop thing too. And that's when I found out that it was a thing, and she kept moving this guy around because people were complaining about the poop at all these different places. And so then, like,
So why instead of like being upset that people are talking to her about the poop thing and moving this guy to different places, so she had to hear about, why didn't she say, hey guy, maybe don't shit on the toilet seats?
well, she felt uncomfortable having the conversation, so she eventually just promoted the guy to have his own store so that he could go poop in his own toilet. And that was her solution. She
Oh my God! What?
she
I like
promoted
that.
it.
So
She-
you need to shit on everything to get like
Yeah,
elevated,
yeah,
within, like escalate in the company?
yeah. I just thought of that earlier. I
Because I
don't,
will poop. I will poop everywhere on Monday
and
tomorrow.
then
That's a
to
good.
get promoted.
Shannon,
That's all it's
fun
like.
end to that story. So he got the apartment, right? And then like he just had like 20 of his dude friends move in with him, and like they were all just like sleeping on the floor in sleeping bags. They were all like really gross. And so like every night there was like 25 cars parked on the lot, and it didn't last too long because he's kind of a garbage person. I don't know if he was charging.
So that was a free. That was a
That's
free
weird.
thing then. You were paid to do this property manager job, and given a place to live for free.
Well, you took a little bit of a pay cut, Travis, but it was a pretty good deal. Me and Laura, we
Yeah,
lived
that's pretty. But
at the apartment above the storage place for a while. It was a bad job.
so-
I didn't
so
like it.
You took a hit on the dollar amount, but you got a free place to live.
Yeah, a little bit on the salary, but then you got a free place to live, and you didn't have to
So
drive
this
to
guy
work.
thought he'd double down and really get the raise by moving about 15 people in there.
Right. He just had like all his friends move in with
Oh
him.
my God!
He was like running like a flop house or something. Flop house, is that what you call it, Travis?
Yeah, that's a flop house. He's probably charging him too to really triple down.
People, Travis, that lived with this guy, though, are the type of guys who would try out the baldo, where you could stick your balls in like a
On each other?
silicone thing. It has like a cone on the end, Travis, so that you can insert it
Who
into your lady.
who is
What the fuck?
these dirty men have they wouldn't have use for this, right? Like, do you feel like there's a lot of females out there looking for a partner who every time they sit on a toilet leaves shit all over it? I don't
know. I think he had a girlfriend or a wife or something. I think he had kids, Travis.
that can't be right.
I hate everything about this conversation.
Yeah, I don't even know what made me think of this story, guys. It has no relevance to anything.
No, and then what's this thing, a ball cone? I can't even picture this. Like
Well,
the
Shannon, that's our
mechanics
sponsor. We
of
have to
this.
mention our sponsor, Baldo, the ball dildo.
Oh,
and their mascot, Chuck.
Why am I even remotely associated with this today?
Shannon,
I don't have time for this shit.
so there was some gals on Twitter that were talking the other day about how they used to eat their lunch in a bathroom stall. Like they didn't want to socialize, and so they went and sat in a bathroom stall and ate their lunch like on a tray, and it grossed me out.
Yeah, I usually go into the corporate bathroom to cry, but eating lunch, that's a viable option. I mean, some people do that, but whatever.
Can't you just eat it at your desk or something?
No, you can't cry at your desk. I go to the bathroom to cry.
Oh, okay.
Lunch in the bathroom is weird to me, but crying is totally normal.
Yeah, that
so.
grossed me out to think of like eating and stuff. And like I think it grosses me out that like you probably get poop and stuff on your phone when you're sitting there and there's like poop floating around.
Well, they have that poop like off gas. Like there's like a physical property of bathrooms and stuff like that. There's shit in the air.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. And so I just said to them not to do that because it grossed me out, and they were pro like ingesting poop, and they told me that all of the fast food restaurants, their ice has poop in it, and that I should just get used to eating poop, Shannon. And I refuse, and I'm probably paraphrasing and in bad faith saying that they said things they didn't say. But, it's my podcast. I guess if they want to say that I said something I didn't say on their podcast, they can do that too. So I look into it, Travis, and it's real. They were talking about how gross the ice machines are. And like all the ice machines.
Not the Sonic ice, like the crushed ice, like the good ice. You all know the good ice.
Yeah,
the good
that
ice
bougie ice. I know what you're talking about.
Does the good ice have poop in it?
I think all of it does, Shannon. I'm sorry to break this to you, but I think all of the ice is gross, and it all has bad stuff in it.
Oh man!
And so they said it wasn't. I don't think it's like actually poop. But like they were just going around investigating, and like people were just like scooping the ice with their hand in the cup, and their dirty ass hands were getting in it, and like it was the same bacteria as poop, but I don't think it was actually poop. But I got this one.
Yeah,
What
but
I-
it's poop adjacent, which is like too close to poop for me to want to ingest.
Guys, stop for a second and just think about this.
No, I'm panicking.
The normal human being, not even gross human beings, but normal human beings. Think about what you do throughout the day, what you touch, sneezing, coughing, using the facilities, what you're touching and doing all day. Think about that. Put that into a fast food kitchen where they're running around, throwing together burgers and, filling ice machines and all that kind of stuff. What do you think? You're gonna ingest gross, right? So, and then like double down, triple down, quadruple down on that to some of the people you see in a fast food kitchen, and think about how probably less attention they're paying to their hygiene and what you're actually. So, I mean, it's.
And then some of these are like 13, 14, 15-year-old boys that jerk
gross.
off constantly, and you can crack a
teenage
blanket.
boys are disgusting.
I'm never
in
fucking
general.
eating again.
But
I mean,
what
can't
they
think
were
about it
saying
too
is
much.
that because
point.
ice is gross, that I should just accept that things are going to have poop in it. I think that's what
gross.
Jody said. Jody's a real piece of shit, Travis. I like Jody a lot.
Jody is not a piece of shit. You're so mean.
But Jody, like, I mean, he just says, well, I guess we eat poop, man. And it was like, no, we shouldn't eat poop, Jody.
We don't.
We should not accept that you could just eat poop. That's bad. Jody, I'm sorry I called you a piece of shit. You're not a piece of shit. You're my friend. But don't eat poop,
I defended
Jody.
Jody.
And don't accept a world where they say you have to eat poop. Jody, you're better than this. But no, they said that all the ice has poop in it, Travis. I got a clip.
In 2017, the BBC released the results of an investigation into 3 major coffee shop chains, Starbucks, Costa, and Cafe Nero. When they tested their iced water, they found that some samples from every chain contained coliform bacteria, which is essentially poop bacteria.
I don't like it.
I hate it.
And then
I'm not a fan.
Starbucks. Starbucks is like one of the more hoity-toity ones. I mean, think about like the gross places like Burger King.
Oh God, how much more poop does
Which
Burger
is the
King?
grossest?
Like,
Which is the grossest? Do you think it's? I think it's Burger King. You think it's Burger King?
I would say Whataburger has the most poop in their ice.
See, I don't have a Whataburger around here, but I'm
They're
talking
down
like,
south. I don't have
national
them either.
national chains. I would say probably.
Then McDonald's probably has a lot of poop in their iced tea.
Shannon, in the chat, Rob says, to be fair, he's kind of a piece of shit.
Jody?
But yeah, no, I think that they don't clean the ice machines. And I always thought, see, Travis, around here, a lot of people order soda without ice. And I just thought that like it was a scam to try to get more soda. Because, you know, sometimes you get way too much ice and then like you drink like a couple drinks and you're out of drink. But maybe they're onto it. Maybe they've worked in fast food before and they know how gross the ice is. So maybe...
Yeah.
Well, I feel like the investigation needs to continue. You need to go to your local fast food places and say, hey, if you were to order from this restaurant, would you put ice in your soft drink?
Just say, hey, before I order, does your ice have poop in it? Can you go look
Hey.
and just see what your ice situation looks like?
Yeah, look in the top, look in the vat. If there's anything floating, I'm not interested in ice. If it's clean,
No, you guys are thinking about this the entire opposite direction. You're trying to be proactive. We need to see how reactive they are. Go into the ice machine, take a shit, and see if anyone does anything about it.
yeah, if they just put the cover back on, you know they don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
They look at it and they go,
Let's get a reactionary response.
I ain't
Then
cleaning it. And then they just walk away.
It's not my job.
Take a shit in
I'm
the
on
ice
fry
machine
duty.
and see if they fucking do anything about it.
I apologize. Somebody replied to that and said something along the lines of that what they would do with the soda nozzles is they would just take them out like once a week and leave them in bleach for like 15 minutes. And that was how they cleaned them. And that doesn't seem right either.
Gross.
I
What
don't,
about all the tubes and the lines?
Yeah, all of those places have their own little divisions that will come through their restaurants and clean their lines every so often. It's like law. I mean, bars have to do it, restaurants have to do it. You have to have your lines cleaned every so often and your nozzles cleaned every so often to meet health regulations.
so this is all
A
fine,
little bit better.
is what you're saying, Travis. And,
Yeah, it's bullshit. They're like everything's got feces. Seriously,
oh, no, don't tell me
everything
everything
has
has
feces
feces in it.
every single thing has feces on it of some sort.
No,
somewhere.
it doesn't.
Even if it's the tiniest particle, we're all covered head to toe in shit at all times.
But these
worst
people are
things
eating in
ever.
the bathroom, Travis. Can we unequivocally denounce that?
Oh, that's disgusting. Those are disgusting people. Eating in the bathroom is so gross.
Travis, are you ever walking around with like a fountain beverage and you have to pee? You don't take your beverage into the bathroom with you, right? Because I don't.
Oh no, you set it outside. This is my.
Well, I don't
every
set
time
it
I go to the
outside
movies-
either because I don't want anybody to like fuck with it while I'm in the bathroom.
Every time I go to the movies, the way that the theater is set up is there's like one of the concession counters is like right up to. It kind of shares a wall with the bathroom. So when I come out of a motion picture and I want to take a fountain soda home, or if there's popcorn left, if they don't do refills anymore, thanks a lot, fucking COVID. But what I'll do is I'll fill up my soda and I'll put it on the counter right outside the bathroom, kind of tucked by one of their little promo like cards that they say, oh, buy this special popcorn, this special bucket. So I'll kind of tuck it away.
That's the best thing about going to the movies with your wife, Travis, is like
Hold this.
Yeah, they can hold it while you're peeing and make sure that nobody fucks with it.
Yeah, but one of the worst things about going to the movies with your wife is that you took your wife to the movies.
Oh my God, you're so rude. She's a delight. I'll take her if you don't want her.
She don't want to go to the movies.
Then after the movie, Travis, what you can do is you can come home and you can strap on the Baldo. Available now.
Stop sponsoring
WFODshow.com/Baldo. You click on Chuck, the little ball sack Happy Man, and
Hey, honey, I just got back from seeing Uncharted with Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg. I really feel the need to slap on the Baldo and get to business.
Fucking hell, I quit.
Shannon, I saw a video of a man dumping a bunch of garlic salt on all his charcoal, like when he was preparing his barbecue. You ever done that? Is that a thing that they do out there in the Seattle area?
No, I've never heard of that. But does it work? Does it like flavor the smoke? Like if I could get garlic flavored smoke, I'm down for it.
Maybe
I've never thought of that.
It just smell good, Travis. You season in your charcoal.
Not for long.
And then it just starts to smell bad.
The powder's
right?
gonna burn. It's gonna burn.
Yeah.
Like at first, garlic salt, all those seasonings would probably smell delicious, but they're gonna sit on that coal. They're gonna burn. There's a reason why you don't leave spices in the bottom of a pan for too long without putting your liquid thing in there. It's because spices
Your liquid thing.
going whatever your
Racing.
broth or whatever your Baldo juice. But whatever you put in there, you can't leave the spices sit too long because they'll burn, and it's going to be worse in a grill because you cook for so much longer on a charcoal grill that you're just going to get that burnt smell like cruising around in your grill. I can't see how that would work.
Dan said that you could throw some of the fat from whatever you're cooking on the grill, and that would be good.
Oh yeah, that's why the best thing about grilling like steaks with a nice ring of fat on the outside is when that sucker sizzles and the fat onto the hot coals, and then it just brings that grease back up into the meat. It's great.
Greasy meat, Shannon, is what Travis likes. He likes his
Greased meat.
You gotta have greased meat.
Gotta have greased meat, 100%.
If you're having people over and you're having like a back,
It's for you to enjoy.
So-
Greased meats.
you're gonna be in my backyard enjoying my greased meat all afternoon.
Saying it.
The problem is I can't say that it
Bring a
doesn't work
dish to pass.
because I haven't tried it yet, Travis. I guess I need to try it to make sure. And I guess it's probably going to smell real bad and it's not going to work. But then at least I know, like you see these things on
give it a
social
shot.
media, and I mean you see this guy, and this guy was very confident dumping all of this seasoning. I mean, like he had thrown like vegetables onto the coals. He had like a whole fucking thing, and then he's just pouring on the fucking garlic salt. Like he had like one of those big ass Sam's Club tumblers of garlic salt. And I mean, like he
It'd be
looked like he
different
knew
if you
what
had
he was
like
doing.
a foil dish at the bottom of your grill sitting on the coals, and you had some sort of liquid in there, and you were putting the seasonings and the vegetables and things there. Because then you're simmering it. It's almost like if you put something in a crock pot, you're getting all those different flavors penetrating the meat. But if you're sitting it on the coals directly,
Yeah.
it's just gonna burn out.
Maybe he's smoking instead of grilling. That's the other.
Yeah, that's where
question
my
I have.
thought process goes. Are you making like delicious flavored smoke? But anytime you use garlic, they say don't put it in until like the last minute because if you burn garlic, everything's gonna taste like shit.
Yeah.
So like, why are you putting it? I'm so
Yeah, there's
confused.
a fine line with garlic on it being perfectly done and burnt to shit.
Yep.
Shit.
Listen, I will season on the grill, right? Like if I have chicken, or steaks, whatever, I'll season on the grill. Everything has been seasoned and is kind of sitting in seasoning, but I'll throw extra seasoning on the grill and again when I flip it. So some of those seasonings obviously get onto the coals, but it's not doing anything. It's just burning.
It's more smoke,
Burning.
more burnt.
Shannon,
Tortillas
Not even
and
real
greasiest of
garlic.
meats.
not safe for
Ah.
water coolers. Should I tell people to check out Not Safe for Water Coolers? Where the hell's that at? Is it coming back? What are you doing?
It's not.
Oh, is it done? You guys retired?
Stop it.
Are you retired?
No, it's not retired. It's in hiatus. We need a producer.
You need a producer?
We're hiring.
I know a guy.
Please send your applications to notsafe4watercoolers@gmail.com.
Okay.
You spell that out all the way? Not safe for water coolers?
We don't
Sure,
have
that's,
email.
that's such a long email address. Yeah.
So get a hold of them.
Like
Hey.
literally everyone that's in chat right now has my cell phone number to text me.
Get a hold of these guys if you want to produce their show.
Guys, what we're going to do.
You hear this in the podcast, you don't have any information, just get a hold of them.
Right.
Yep. You know where to find me.
Shannon is a talent. She
thank you,
she
Doc.
needs a home. You need to scoop her up and use her essence. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck? Use my essence. Pinky phrasing. Good God. Yeah, but
WFOD show
what he
slash
said,
Baldo.
but in a non-pervy way.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Baldo. Shannon, I'm going to write out a Baldo ad for you to read every week.
No, please fucking stop.
As a woman, there's nothing I like more than a couple of testicles shoved inside
I
me.
have no balls. I literally have no foreskin in the game. You guys.
Guys,
stop it.
Until you try it, it might be the best thing going, and you don't know. You don't know until you try it, is what I'm saying. And like,
I quit.
for a mere $65, you could give it a try, and like, it could be the greatest fucking thing you've ever done. You don't. I mean, like, who knows, Travis? We could have just been using our penises all these years, and we didn't need to. We could have kept our penises pristine. Would you still be a virgin, Travis, if you just used your balls?
Yeah.
Guys, we're gonna go.
Or you could light 3 20s and a 5 on fire. Just watch it burn.
Yeah.
What do you mean, Michael?
One portion of the book says babies are taught to be racist or anti-racist. There is no neutrality. Another portion of the book, they recommend the babies confess when being racist. Now this is a book that is taught at Georgetown Day School to students in pre-K through second grade, so 4 through 7 years old. Anti-racist baby. Do you agree with this book that is being taught with kids that the babies are racist?
Anti-racist baby.
Anti-racist baby.
Anti-racist baby.
Anti-racist baby.
Anti-racist
Don't be a racist baby.
WFOD.
I just read an article. It said the online pornography is damaging the sexual expectations of the young men in America. Oh. Isn't that sad? But it's like, come on, ladies, have we not been getting let down by romantic comedies for decades? Okay, I'm 35. I thought I would be married to a time traveler by now. What's the expectation? Oh, sorry, boys. Sorry, you had to find out you're not gonna get hot wax dripped on your chest by a model, okay? I've never been on a fucking picnic. Who do I gotta blow to eat a sandwich on the grass?
Horses, we're watching it for you. Does this movie have horses? We're watching it for you. Does this movie have horses? We're watching it for you. Does this movie have horses? We're watching it for you. Shout out to Liquid Lozenge for this week's horse report. He let us know that the 2015 science fiction action film Hardcore Henry does have a horse in it.
Tender and comforting. Once again, WFOD. Wheelbarrow full of dicks.
answering machine, huh, Travis?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's a shame.
Let me. I'll work. Let me give it a shot here.
And give it another shot.
I'll give it one more shot.
I'll read the thing. Guys, welcome back. Our guest tonight is one of the hosts of the Lady Journey podcast and a stand-up comedian. Her new album is called Feeling of Emptiness, and you can check it out at katiehannigan.com/album. Guys, Katie Hannigan is on the program, but she's not here. But then I don't have to record that later, you know.
Yeah. Here we go.
Katie.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good.
We're recording a podcast. How are you doing?
Oh, of course. I'm great. Yes. Oh, yes, the podcast, of course.
Yeah, how could you
I remembered. I remembered.
It's nice to feel important.
Are you free?
I'm so sorry, guys. Yes, I am free. You know what? I had a feeling this was going to happen, and because I flew today.
Yeah.
So I got up at like 5, and I barely slept. But I'm good to go. Wfod, right?
Wfod. Yep. So I guess you had shows this weekend somewhere else, and then you fly home. And Katie, that sounds awful. You should have just said.
Yes.
You just said no. You just say no. I'm busy.
You could have just said no.
No. Well, usually it's not a problem if I remember. If I remembered, I would have been like, oh yeah, I'm ready.
Right.
But no, this is good.
Yeah.
It's great.
Great. So Shannon is here. Say hi, Shannon. And I'm
Hi,
Mike.
Katie.
I'm
how are you?
the one who is emailing with you, and Travis is also here. There's a whole bunch of us. So. Hello,
it's me.
Hi,
Why do you have to
everybody.
say it like that, Travis? It's weird.
Me, Travis.
Like, what are you doing? You sound like Randy Savage.
Hey,
Worse.
Katie,
You
Shannon is a friend of ours from another podcast. She's not usually on the show. I think that I asked her to be on the show with us, so that there's another lady, so that it's not weird. That's a weird thing to do, though, right?
Mike is intimidated by women. That's
Thank
absolutely
you.
the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I won't be in a room with only men, and I won't be on a phone call with only men.
Well, yeah,
So this worked out perfectly.
a bunch of weird
You would've hung
hetero
up.
dudes
Yeah.
call you on a Sunday, and I felt like if you had a solidarity thing with another woman, that might be good. But now that I'm thinking about it, it's a weird thing to do.
Shannon, do you feel used at all by being brought in to do
no,
this?
I feel validated in this because I feel like I'm protecting Katie because I've known both of you for over a decade and you're both fucking creeps.
Yeah.
So, Kate, you're in good company. I've got your back.
What are you talking about,
I
Shannon?
will not
What's
let
wrong
the
with me?
presents show me on the dolphin touch you. Jesus.
What's wrong with me?
Stop! Quit
What do you
doing
think it
that
is?
voice. No,
Yeah,
you are
nothing
not.
wrong
You're not
with me.
snapping into a Slim Jim, Travis. Like.
Oh, yeah.
No. Oh, yeah. You're not the Kool-Aid man. You're not Randy Travis. I don't know what you're doing. With
I am
this
Randy
bit.
Travis.
No, you're not. Stop it. Oh, my God. This is why we can't have friends.
No, I love it.
I'm
I'm
sorry,
having
Katie.
a great time.
I'm so sorry. I'm here. I'm here to protect you. I apologize for them.
Thank you. Women's Month.
Yeah, dirty talking Randy Savage or whatever bit Travis is trying to come up with his head. We're not slapping it.
I'm trying to let Katie get some time to wake up and brush the sleep out of her eyes. You know, I don't want to alarm the poor gal.
Yeah.
You don't think you've already fucking done that, Travis? Jesus Christ.
Why, by busting out my popular character, Dirty T?
Yes,
No,
this
you
is
guys
not
are
the time
great.
for jerks.
Katie, let's talk about the album. You self-produced it, Feeling of Emptiness, that just came
Yes.
out. It's on.
I completely self-produced it, and and it was a lot of work. And I thought, I don't know if you guys have done any albums, but I thought, okay, seems like it would be easy, and it was not. So it was kind of a wild ride of learning a lot of new things and messing things up. And I did accidentally list it as New Age somehow. So, but now it's out there. So, Feeling of Emptiness. Go get it and listen to it. And it's next to Enya, apparently.
Yeah,
That's the perfect
Next
place
to
for a
Enya.
comedy
I
album.
love it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, no problem.
It's on Spotify. I thought all the comedy was removed from Spotify. I saw people complaining about that. I guess if you're self-produced, you can do whatever you want, though, or did they work that whole thing out?
Well, I think the thing with Spotify is Spotify pays the writer of the song, and they also pay the performer of the song. So in the case of comedy, they only pay the performer. So you get half the royalties that you would in another context, on Apple Music or something, for example. So I think the comics that did complain about it had the music removed. And so I was kind of debating if I should put it on Spotify or not, but I thought, okay, I'll just put it on Spotify, but I won't make it available on Spotify on my website or anything. So if I have friends who want to hear it, but they can't afford to, they can just do it on Spotify. I don't care. I'll still get a little money.
Do you really want friends that can't afford to listen to your album?
I guess not, but maybe the young people.
No, I think what Katie is saying, and Katie, correct me if I'm wrong here, that you are basically the Macklemore of female stand-up comedy right now. Self-made. You don't have a label. Yeah. You are the Macklemore.
Yes, exactly.
Do you have a Ryan Lewis?
Can I be your Ryan, Katie?
Yes.
I'm actually looking for friends that aren't these guys.
Me too.
Me too.
Where are you guys based?
All the quadrants. Mike is in St. Louis. I am in the middle of Wisconsin. And Shannon?
I'm in Seattle, Washington.
Oh my God!
With Macklemore.
Wow.
Yeah, he's my neighbor. He's super nice dude.
Oh, I bet. Thrifting. Going thrifting all the time. I was just in Seattle. I was there a month ago.
Oh, nice. Were you doing a show?
Yeah, at Laugh.
Oh, Laugh's Comedy Club in Kirkland?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. I'm so sad that I missed that. Wow.
Yeah, they were so cool. They were so nice to me. I loved it.
They're wonderful there. They're really nice. And they just relocated the building and everything in the facility. And now that after the pandemic, live comedy is becoming a thing again, it's really nice. And they're really trying to boost people, to get them out and that face presence again and doing live shows. So that's really nice. And I'm glad they took care of you. Next time you're in town, let me know.
Yeah, I will.
Do you have time to socialize when you fly in to do some shows, or do you pretty much just do the shows and sit in a hotel room and wait to go home?
Well, I mean, pretty much. But I try to do, before the show on Saturday, I'll try to do dinner with somebody. So if I know somebody who lives in town, I'll be like, let's just get a quick dinner close to the club. Just to slip in, a little fun time, because otherwise it can get a little intense being in the hotel for the whole day.
Yeah.
Kind of The Shining. Except for
that escalated quickly, Katie. Yeah, kind of like The Shining.
The Shining in the Hamptons.
Where the hell did that come from?
Katie, are you?
Yeah, I was just in a Hampton. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
What'd you say? I was saying I was just in a Hampton Inn this weekend, and that's what it felt like. I felt like they had a coffee bar that was out, which it's not good coffee, it's just watered down. But I kept seeing, every time I was in the lobby grabbing something, there would be a guy out there with no shoes on. And I just felt like, wow, this is horrific.
That's my favorite, when they have the complimentary breakfast the next morning, and you have people walking through trying to make their waffles with no shoes on, and you can tell that they slept in those disgusting shorts and crop tops. It's
I bet the ice has poop in it too.
That's when I always
no.
grab those already shelled hard-boiled eggs and eat them up because you know those are going to be good.
Yeah, I get a few pieces of toast and I'm back to the room. little toast and I'm out of there.
Yeah, you're pretty much safe to grab a banana and run away.
Yes.
Katie, Shannon just referenced, somebody brought to our attention this week that how gross the ice machines are at restaurants, and that
ew.
that you shouldn't get ice if you get a beverage at anywhere, and it's really messed me up, and I don't really know what to do about it because. They implied that there's like same bacteria that's in poop in all the ice.
Oh, like the neurovirus or something.
Yeah.
That was the one that took down Chipotle.
Oh, is that what was in Chipotle? I guess that neglectful restaurant employees don't think about the ice machine too much, and if they do, they don't do a thorough enough job cleaning it. And I always thought that people just didn't put ice in their drink. You know, we get a lot of people that say no ice, and I thought they just did it to get more beverage. But apparently that's not the case. A lot of people know about this, but I didn't know about it.
Wow, it's a known fact.
Yeah, I guess.
Wow, that's scary. I don't like ice. Because I don't like something to be too cold.
You don't like too cold? You
I
like
have a cold mouth.
A good warm temperature, like a room temperature mouth?
I like a good hot Pepsi. No, I'm from the Midwest. You get it. I only drink
I have
water.
to boil my Pepsi over the stove before I enjoy it.
I could go for a real tepid Sprite right now. Like, who says that? No.
You get a flat room temperature Fresca, please.
Oh, yeah, it feels like an apocalyptic drink, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
We sit around the fire with a warm Coke and tell stories.
Yeah, I certainly think that I'm
kids. When I was younger, we could get this, and it was just slightly chilled, carbonated.
Yeah. Carbonated.
I think I'm going bottles from now on, Travis.
Yeah, Mike doesn't like cans either. See, this is the problem, Katie. You came on a week when Mike learned something that grossed him out, and he hasn't been able to stop thinking about it for like 5 days. The last time it was talking about how dirty cans were to drink out of, and he wouldn't shut up about that for 2 weeks. But now he's found out about this ice, and we're on this ice kick, and we're going to be hearing about this.
We're going to get to a point where I'm going to have nothing to drink because cans are gross. Like you're putting your mouth right on the thing that like anybody can touch, Travis. I mean, at least with the bottle, there's that little bit under the cap.
Yeah, well, you got to get a straw for the can. I love a good can. I get a straw.
Oh, a can straw. That's good. That's good, Katie. I hadn't
can straw. I'm like, why do you have to say it like that? You have no future in marketing. Can straw.
Just keep like a package with you. But then what about the turtles, Katie? The turtles get the straws in their nose.
That's a fallacy.
You know,
we've had that discussion.
I don't know that I care about the turtles.
Oh.
I don't know that I care. But I'll tell you, I stopped eating octopus, so I'm willing to do that at least. That's where I draw the line with my foods. I do not eat octopus anymore.
You're an environmentalist at heart.
Yes, that's my one thing I don't eat, because I learned on TikTok, where I get my news, that they are sentient and they can feel and they have a myriad emotions. So I decided, okay, I'm going to give it up until I feel like it again.
Yeah, but they say pigs are really, really smart too. But I'm not going to give up bacon just because Wilbur knows you took his kid away.
Well, no, so pigs, I read that they're as smart as 3-year-old kids.
Oh.
Yep.
And it's really messed up for me because I taught preschool for like 8 years, and my kids were all 3 to 3.5, or they were like 3 to 4, and so I would just think about that all the time, and they would say things like, I love you, and I had a dream last night. Mm-hmm. And I would be like, I'm never eating bacon again, and then I would just eat it. So and then I would think about it as I was eating it.
I would imagine
I forgot.
Everything's probably bummed out that they're being murdered and eaten.
You imagine how good like a 3-year-old kid would probably taste though, like little Valentina.
Oh, you're sick.
Well, I was going to tell Katie. I was like, because you know how smart octopi are, and I think they actually changed the pluralization of that. But whatever, I'm going to go back to the
Octopuses.
octopuses. But anyway, they're really smart, but they only live for a couple of years.
Oh, really? How long do they live?
And then, so you don't give a shit about the turtles that are here for 200 years, but that octopus lives for 3 years, and you're like, well, I'm here for this guy.
Yeah, but that octopus has got a better quality of life in those 3 years. So you want to?
I don't know.
They have a good time, Shannon.
I'm on Team Tortuga. Like, I speak for the turtles. I think this is the first thing that Katie and I disagree on.
Oh no! A whiff! A riff!
She's not calling you when she comes to Seattle now,
She's
Shannon.
ruining it.
Now, do you do straws, Shannon?
I do not. I have silicone ones if I do.
Oh, okay.
Or stainless steel.
I do have the silicone ones at home. I guess you could carry a metal straw in your handbag for a little soda, you know? So
no, and those are only for at home use. Like, if I'm out in the streets and like I get a drink or something like that, I just drink it out of the damn cup. Like, your mouth is a fucking built-in straw. Like, I don't know why you need a freaking vessel. You need some sort of piping apparatus to get liquid into your face. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you take the lid off, you put it in the recycling bin, you drink out of the freaking cup.
Shannon,
like,
even chimpanzees use straws. Come on. It's baked into our like evolutionary brain to use straws. Like chimps will stick a little like a straw like plantation device into an anthill or something and just suck those bad boys up.
That's true.
Katie, I have
their straws aren't made out of plastic, and they're not killing the fucking turtles.
Fuck the turtles.
Yeah, plastic.
No, don't
really
fuck
bad.
the turtles. No, you guys. We speak
What
for
about
the
paper
turtles
straw?
and the minks.
Paper straw? Would you do it?
Yeah, paper.
Oh, paper straws are fucking disgusting. I'd rather go strawless than a paper straw.
Disgusting?
They collapse real quick. I kind of like a paper straw though. It makes me feel like I'm in the 1920s and I'm on a date at the soda fountain.
This is a stick up. See, I'm drinking a soda. See.
Yeah, my guy has got me a little strawberry shake.
There's a sense of urgency to a paper straw too, right? You gotta get it done before the straw just completely shoots the shit.
Yes.
And dies.
I like a paper straw when I'm drinking alcohol, you know, because I like to just get it in quick.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah,
Down the hatch.
don't have any time for the ingestion part of it. Just get it in my body.
Yeah.
Katie, weird question. Do you frequent like the Zenni Optical, or do you have really good vision insurance?
Yes, I go to Zenni.
Yeah.
I absolutely do. I love them, and I've been going there for years. They're the best place.
Because I see you wearing a different pair of glasses every time I see a picture of you, and I said, man, that's a lot of glasses. Those glasses, they're expensive.
Zenni is very affordable, but my glasses that are big, my glasses that I wore on the Late Show, they're like really big glasses. They almost seem like they're a statement piece, but those are actually the glasses that I got from when I was briefly on the New York State Medicaid program. Those were the free glasses that they gave me, and I was like, I can't not wear these.
Yeah, I buy a lot of cheap ones because then if I break them or if my dog eats them or something, I don't feel too bad about it. So yeah, I'm a Zenni person too.
I love Zenni.
Yeah, because I sit on them or I lose them. Like there's some at the bottom of lakes.
Mike, now that's the kind of sponsorship we need to get, not the shit you're bringing to the show.
Not straws, right?
I take what I can get, Travis. I take what I can get.
You got to talk glowingly about these Zennies. You got to approach the Zennies people.
Katie, where should I send people? I should send. I guess your Twitter, isn't it Katie Hannigan forever?
Actually, you can send them to my website, katiehannigan.com/album. So that's where you can find my album and get it, find it on the various platforms. And then also, I'm on Twitter at Katie Hannigan. I'm on Instagram at Katie Hannigan Forever. I also have a podcast called Lady Journey that people can listen to if they're into ladies and journeys.
Did that kind of start off as a joke and then became real? Is that what happened?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a joke, and it's kind of also not a joke. Because it's kind of a joke, and it's kind of exactly who we are.
Right.
So, yeah. I guess the answer to your question is yes and
sort
yes.
of. Katie, we appreciate you hanging out with us for a bit. It was fun. Guys, we got katiehannigan.com/album. Check out her album. It's great, Katie. I listened to it a couple times already. I enjoyed it a lot. Do it again
thank you
sometime.
so much.
And
Great.
Get some
Did you
sleep.
listen to it on Spotify? I have to ask.
I did. I listened to it on Spotify. I'm sorry.
No, I'm kidding.
Go on, Comedy Macklemore. You're fine.
Yeah.
Thank you, Katie. It was really fun talking to you.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks, Katie.
thank you. And sorry I was weird at the beginning there, but I had a great time. And
Hey, we're all weird here. Like, you're the least weird person in this group right now. So thank you, Katie, for your
Thank
time.
you, Shannon.
It's really fun.
Women's Month.
Save
Yeah,
your
let's go.
Take care. Thank you. Bye. Okay. Yeah.
She definitely remembered that she was doing this show today.
She did not, Travis.
What do you mean?
We rebounded though, Travis. It was a little weird there for a minute, but
Well,
That's
then
all right.
what the fuck were you doing? Like, she wasn't prepared. She was like kind of taken off guard, and then you come in with like Randy Travis or Randy Savage.
I
and
made it
all
kind of weird too because
voices.
I realized what I had done, Shannon. I invited you on the show to like be our token. Shannon,
Why am I the token? I'm not good at this. You know this.
I'm a creep, Shannon. I was like, oh, well, this gal's
Mike
gonna
needs
be.
a female translator.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I was no help whatsoever.
It's like when you get in trouble for
I had
racism
nothing.
and you're like, no, I have a black friend.
Mm-hmm.
What?
That's what it was, Travis. Like I had like a guilty
Same thing.
conscience. I was like, oh, this gal's gonna think we're weird. We need to have Shannon
Yeah.
on.
And you did that on, like Katie just said, you did that during Women's Month. So
How am I less weird? How am I going to suffer?
Look,
way to add to the annals of herstory.
I called myself out, Shannon, because that's what I'm growing as a person. Like, you know, yes, I am. See, I realized that I had done a weird thing, and I called myself out. I said, Mike, you're a creep.
Step one is identifying that you have a problem, and you've been very good about that lately.
Jesus Christ.
Travis, I think by the end of this show,
I'm crying.
I'm going to be like really well adjusted.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's been a journey. You know, I mean, it's going over a decade. It's going very slowly.
Travis,
but
I
eventually
saw
you'll be a good person.
a psychiatrist or a psychologist, one of the two, and I had
They
like
give you drugs?
1.5 sessions, and the guy told me that I was cured and that I didn't need to come back again.
Of what? What was your
Seriously,
illness
like
that you're cured
I had
from?
2 telecommunication counselings with this guy, and like near the end of the second one, he just told me, "Dude, there's nothing I can do. You're good.
You're good?
Yeah, you're fine.
What was wrong with you in the
You
initial
don't
thing where
need
he's
my
like,
help.
Oh,
You have graduated psychiatry." So I didn't go anymore because you know I'm already fine, and that really made me feel good.
So internet dude on the phone said that you are mentally sound and fit.
Shannon, I was paying this guy $60 a week. He could have taken my $60
Oh shit! I'll tell you you're not crazy for $60
as long as he wanted. But
Get my memo.
That's not the way to do it. You need to string him along and take $60 every week and tell him there is something wrong. You got to talk about his dreams.
And he couldn't do it
relationship
because
with
I'm
his
so
parents.
fucking well adjusted, Travis. I didn't need it, and he couldn't lie and pretend that I did. That's a man of integrity.
So fucking well adjusted. Sorry.
This is a true story, guys. I'm not doing a bit.
Yeah.
I'm perfect.
You're not doing a bit right now? Okay.
I mean, Travis, you listen to this stuff and you think, oh, Mike's weird because he thinks cans are gross. But I will argue that I'm the only one that's not weird.
That's what insane people think.
Right.
No,
I'm with Travis on
insane
this one.
people are the ones who just drink out of cans and never think about it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a good visual gag that our podcast listeners are. Guys, when Shannon did that, she took a big chug of a Bud Light.
Out of a
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, it's noon there. It's noon
Like
there.
a real man. Yeah, well, God,
Sunday, Mike.
I never do a podcast at noon on a Sunday. And then I'm glad that it like kind of primed everything and like had a drink or two because she was not prepared. So I just had to, come out guns a-blazing and like make her feel welcome because Travis was being weird. You were being weird. How am I supposed to like navigate through this fucking podcast? Y'all are being
Blindly,
creep.
like we do.
Yeah, well,
Travis,
clearly.
pick of the
plan
week.
is no plan.
It's actually a band that's been around since the 90s, but I had never heard any of their music before. I've gotten really into the band My Morning Jacket this week. I had never listened to them before. I knew that there was a band named that. But like they have like a lot of long songs where they kind of jam and it kind of drudges along and builds and eventually gets kind of wacky and like they play a lot of guitars. And it's good. It's good stuff.
You say?
It's good stuff. So if you're unfamiliar with the band, if you've been listening to My Morning Jacket for a long time, you probably think I'm a dipshit and this is a bad pick of the week. But if you haven't, guys, you're going to be excited because they're fun.
Hey, it took me years to discover My Chemical Romance. Same deal. Knew that it was a band that existed. Probably heard a song on the radio, but once I actually listened to the album, it was like, holy shit! These My Chemical Romance heads, they were onto something.
Mm-hmm.
You like the My Chemical Romance?
Do.
He's
Travis-
not okay.
Trevor's pick of the week?
Yeah, Travis's pick of the week here. Speaking of International Women's Month or whatever this is, Life and Beth. Life and Beth, the new Amy Schumer Hulu program. And I know what you're saying, Amy Schumer. And that
is what I was
felt
thinking.
for a while, was that I was done with Amy Schumer's stick. Really not interested in anything she's doing anymore. But the wife wanted to watch it. So we watched it, the first episode, and it is great. It's really good. It's not her usual bullshit. It's kind of a coming of age flashback story and like her current life that's kind of a mess. It's quite good. Give it a chance, even if, like I said, like me, you were over Amy Schumer's shtick. It's not that. It is. We burned through all 10 episodes in the span of 24 hours. So good show. Hulu.
Shannon,
Very
pick of the
nice.
week?
Haven't
Something you
seen
want the
it.
people to know about, Shannon? Something you've been watching?
I
Something
do.
you've been listening to? Shannon, pick of the week?
Mine is musically adjacent as well. So I was talking about SISQO'S Thong song. Everyone knows the song, like, let me see that thong. But I did not remember the music video, and I did not know how it would hold up being over 20 years old. That end of it, he invented twerking. Like, these girls have their hands on their thighs. I think they were doing back support, but it was twerking, but it was like the invention of twerking. And then the last 30 seconds of that music video, the women are like human glow sticks and he's dancing and then he's like crowd surfing on the hands. I was like, I did not know SISQO was such a performer. I remembered him as being like a silver-haired, like amazing performer, but Thong Song, watch the music video. It's
Thong
beautiful.
Song.
Your pick of the week is the Thong Song
By
music
Cisco.
video.
Yes. That is my pick of the week.
Okay.
And it's over 20 years old.
Hey,
Let's go.
We're not here to shame anybody with their picks of the week. So, hey, head on over to YouTube and watch the Thong song.
Do it.
Cisco video.
It's fucking.
Trevor,
I don't know.
was Cisco a masked singer?
I don't care about that.
I don't watch it. I watched the first season of The Masked Singer, and I thought that it was a really cool premise. But then the first season, you could guess people because they had very obvious guesses. But now it's just like so obscure, and then you're like, who's this fucking YouTuber? Like, oh, okay, like it's a ninja from like gaming or something like that. I don't fucking know if he sings or anything like that. I don't know what his singing voice sounds like doing.
When you're pumping out 50 seasons per year. It's the same thing that happened to Dancing with the Stars.
I watched the first couple
Yeah.
of this new season,
Precisely.
and it's hard because you know Rudy Giuliani's one of them, and so you just think everybody's Rudy Giuliani. You're like, oh yeah, that's definitely Rudy Giuliani.
Everybody's
It's not.
Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, like the people that I've thought were Rudy Giuliani, so far none of them have been Rudy Giuliani. But I mean, I guess he's one of them, right? I don't think they cut him out of the show.
I mean, he's legitimately a person, so he could be one of them in anything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Guessing Rudy Giuliani would be like a strong bet all the time. He doesn't seem like a fun guy. Do you think he's a fun guy? How would you would you have a beer with the dude?
You seem fun around.
Guys, we did it. Be sure to head on over to wfodshow.com/Baldo and click that happy little testicle man.
If you don't want to click that testicle man, just either join our Patreon or Venmo Mike some money so he can stop using Skype.
Or follow me on
Double
OnlyFans.
Dick Week this week. We got 2 episodes coming at you. So if you think that's worth a buck, go ahead and help us upgrade the show.
Upgrade! I'm just Dan.
Hey!
Does anal feel like pooping?
Thank you for listening to this installment of WFOD. Please subscribe and leave positive reviews on your preferred podcast player. Share the episode on social media or with one of your in-real-life friends. For links to our ever-expanding universe, including our Discord, our Twitch, and YouTube channels, and our library of back episodes, visit us at WFODshow.com. Thanks to Carl Casey at White Bat Audio for the music used in this podcast. Thanks to our Patreon sponsors, Amanda, Valerie, Brian, and Liquid. Visit patreon.com/WFODix to help support the show. Leave us a voicemail at 636-487-4263. Email us, Mike or Travis, at WFODix.com, or reach out on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. We'll see you next week. Thank you. Goodbye.
Hold, Steve. They call me a little spooky. I'll blast on your ass. No life in that baby dick.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Well, that was fun, guys.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, thanks guys for having me. That's fun.
Bet. So it's interesting to have these Sunday afternoon noon ones every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nooner is weird. Like I was like, my palms were sweating. I was like really nervous. It's been a long time since I've been on, and now I'm like being on camera and stuff. And I was like, fuck, what do I do?
What do I do? What do I do?
And then I was so nervous. I was calling Mike at 9 o'clock in the morning. He was like, we're doing this on Discord, right? And he's like, what the fuck? We doing it on Skype? I was like, what?
Skype, that old piece of shit.
Skype, boy.
You're still using that like some dinosaurs?
Yeah, and then he was like, I'm calling you right now. We're touching it.
Called me first thing this morning. I thought for sure she was calling to say that she wasn't coming because she had something better to do. And I was like, oh no, who's going to be our buffer?
Who's going to be our
Was I-
beard?
Yeah, who's gonna be our beard?
Was I okay, Buffer Mike?
Shannon, you did great.
Did I do okay?
You did good. Shannon, you guys,
Thanks.
I don't know what the deal is with you and Jim. You guys think that you can't record a show? You record a show. You're being silly.
I think we're too lazy to do post-production, honestly, or production in general. We just want to talk.
What
We don't wanna do
post-production
any
did you guys ever do?
I know, but we just need someone to do like the actual work.
Yeah.
And then I had,
somebody to do the
then I
work.
got the new job and everything, and I was adjusting to that, and I was like, I really don't have time to like do any dicking around. I was like, I go to work and then I come home.
In the chat,
But now I'm settled, so let's fucking go.
Travis, Jody's all in on Discord. And Shannon's in on Discord. Maybe we should try to see if we can figure out Discord, because that's what everybody thinks we should use.
It's so much easier, Michael. You're complicating things,
But then
baby.
everybody's got to be on Discord.
Yeah.
Everybody has Zoom.
That's the issue.
Everybody has Discord, Travis.
No, they don't.
Well,
Yes, they do. Who doesn't have Discord?
the
Do you have
issue
Discord?
No.
for us is
You don't have Discord.
the issue for us is that we
Yeah.
book guests like a lot.
Right. If
And-
we didn't do guests, I would say who gives a shit where we did it. Not just Katie Hannigan probably doesn't have Discord that she's going to want to call into.
Right.
Katie Hannigan doesn't have a fucking alarm clock.
That's true.
Jesus.
So, if I mean, like, you know, it's real easy to just have that phone number and just say, "Hey." So I mean, that's why we use Skype, Travis, is because it's real easy to just
but Zoom
have that phone number to say, "Okay, call this phone number."
Yeah, Zoom works the same way.
Does Zoom have phone?
Zoom has phone numbers. Do you call in to do a teleconference thing?
Oh,
Why do you say it like that? Teleconference, like
so if we
You
had
say it.
teleconference, but you're like teleconference. Like you put
Teleconference.
yeah, but you put like the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
can you
Say
call
Wisconsin.
Can you call out?
Wisconsin?
Yeah, exactly. It's wrong.
Travis, can you
That's wrong.
can you call
You
out
can call.
My
You can
accent is
invite
so
people
funny.
and stuff.
What?
through a Zoom app or just like as a phone?
Yeah, the app works.
No, what
No,
I'm
you
saying.
can use your phone for Zoom.
What we did today, we could do that with Zoom.
Right.
We could.
That I don't know.
I don't know.
That I don't know for sure.
Or we could just be done with guests, Travis. Just talk about balls and poop every week.
Yeah, that
God.
sounds brilliant. We're gonna shoot ourselves all the way back to 2015.
I love it. Let's go back to good old days. Fuck this